So rebinding is a lengthy process, and this is day 2. So right now I am sewing the book back together using a sewing frame. There are many ways to sew a book together. I am choosing a style based on when this book was published, which was in 1752. It's day 3. I have cut the book off of the sewing frame and I have it in this press, and I am reshaping the spine so I don't have a wedge-shaped book. The goal is to have this rounded shape.
So after Brittany is finished with the rounding, we move on to sewing on the inbands. The inband protects the head and tail of the book, so we want to make sure it's sewn all the way across because it's a high-use area. I also added an extra lining layer to help support the spine. When we took apart the old book, we saw evidence of the original inband and the colors that were picked. So when picking the new thread colors, I went with a very similar red and white.
So after sewing the end bands, it's now time to attach the boards to the book. So I'm preparing the boards now by piercing holes into the edge, and these cords will then be laced through the boards and be attached to the book.
I'm going to be doing a 3/4 leather binding. I just have leather on the spine and then on the corners. And then in the middle is paste paper. I first made some paste, some wheat starch paste, and mixed in some golden fluid acrylics. And then I use a big brush to create a pattern onto a piece of paper. Yesterday, I did prepare the marbled paper that I will be using for the actual book. So I'm preparing the leather used in the spine and in the corners. It's really important to pare down the edges. We want to make sure that everything is flush and there's no bump between the transition, between the leather and the paper. I have a paring knife. And I'll just go along all 4 edges of the leather and then just pare it down as flush as possible. Brittany is doing a full leather binding. It involves a single piece of leather that is cut to the size of the book, and then the leather is pasted out and attached to the spine and the boards. She then turns in the leather onto the boards, forming the head caps and cutting the corners so they come together at a 45-degree angle. The process is very finicky and takes a lot of adjustments, and once the leather is fully attached and looks the way she wants it to, it will be put aside to dry.